Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is doing all right. Happy Monday. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I am so tired. I'm so worn out. Thank you for all the re-upping the memberships. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the gifted memberships as well. Great, everybody. You sound tired. I am tired. The last 4 days, 3 days, 4 days, I don't know, it's been a while, so oh my god. Hey. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the gift of memberships. I need an apple quitty, Safo quitty. Thank you. Thanks for giving the memberships, everyone. Okwedi. I hope you guys have all been taking care of yourselves, and Eddie, welcome back. Hope you guys have been staying safe and warm yourselves. Got something to drink? Yeah, I have some water. Your voice sounds extra deep with this sickness. No, I just passed out earlier before stream. I was like, I'll get my waiting room set up, and then like another wave of nausea and dizziness hit me, so I went back to bed. I like closed my eyes and I woke up at like 5:50. I was like, oh, that's right. Thanks for Okwedi. We've been sued twice for malpractice. Sorry. So just a little quick update. I think the fever is mostly gone. It's still coming back here and there, periodically. It's like I measure my own temperature and I get like about 99 or so. Gimster, thank you. Quitty. I get like a 99 degree, almost 100. So like a low fever, a very low fever. But it's not that 102 that's been like kicking my butt yesterday. Don't you have meds? I do have meds. I took them earlier, so I don't want to take too many too quickly. So, I think I'll take a few more at like 9 or so and try to get some sleep afterwards. Much better than the nearly 104 the other day. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Is it cool to open the windows? I have been. Just because I don't want like the COVID cough to like build up in my room so much. So every now and then I've been opening my window and then like using my fan to like just circulate some of the air out, get some fresh air inside. So yeah, Tamsa, thank you for the super. Thank you. Hope you're doing better. Take care. We're glad you're back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna try to. I still have like shortness of breath. I'm gonna try to be back for a bit, but we'll see how it goes. Quiddy, thank you. Thank you for the Akasupa. It's a good to help you feel better. Thank you so much, Quiddy. Thank you. Right now, I think my fever is manageable. It's been only like a low-grade fever. But I think right now it's mostly just the cough that's still kicking my butt. I have like a like a weird itchiness on the inside of my like chest. Like, you know how sometimes you have like an itchy throat and that makes you cough? It's not in the throat, it's like inside my chest. If I had to like point out where, it's like, you know, on like the human anatomical models, where like your what was it, trachea, where like your esophagus, no, your esophagus is your stomach, I think it's your trachea, like that, the part where it splits, okay, like there's an itchiness where like the air tubes will like split into your lungs, like it's deep inside my chest there, and like that's where the itchiness is from. Feds, thank you for the 21 months. Okwidi. I'd love to hear your trip to Japan. It's been fun. I'll talk about that. Yeah, okwidi. I don't really have too many stories. Meeting with the FSP boys and doing a little off collab karaoke. It was nice to meet the other boys too. The bronchi, yeah, around there. That's what the itchiness is. So like every time I want to cough, it's like a deep cough where I want to just like clear out everything in my throat, but nothing comes out. So like I don't know if it's like mucus that's been caked on in there, or if it's just like a phantom itch that is making me cough. I don't know what it is. Yep, thank you for with the membership upgrade. That COVID in August, horrible cough lasted 2 months, felt good to cough. Yeah, I've been trying to not like force myself to cough too much. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you. And Kiko, thank you for the 19 months. I just noticed that my captions aren't on. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Oops. I grabbed you guys by mistake. Here. I want to make the captions a little bit bigger because I figure that today my voice is going to make it a little bit difficult for people to understand. So hopefully this helps a little bit. But yeah, so the first 2 days were the absolute worst with the fever, and then oh my god, like the night before, with the second night, it was like the worst. I was like genuinely afraid of passing out because I was like, I don't feel like I can breathe. Yeah, so mustelids, they're cute. They're like ferrets and weasels and the snow oh my god, the snow ferrets with the little round ears. Oh my god, snow ferrets are so cute. But yeah, the reason why I kept tweeting like every 2 hours all throughout the night was because I was trying to keep myself awake, and I was like, I don't feel confident that I can sleep right now because I was having so much difficulty breathing. So I just like stayed up, and I was like, I need to force myself to like remain awake. So I would like knock out for maybe like 15-20 minutes at a time, and then I would like sit up straight and then like close my eyes, do some meditation, try to do like some breathing exercises, because I could like genuinely feel myself like start to like freak out a little bit. So like if you want to know why I was like tweeting random stuff that didn't make any sense, that was me just trying to keep myself awake. Can you explain what your tweets mean? There were no thoughts. I was just trying to stay awake. Katsu, thank you for re-upping the membership. Okoidi. Well, yeah. Fever ray. Yeah. Thankfully, last night I was able to sleep without too much of a fever. It's been okay now. Oh. But yeah. Oh my god. It's only been like 10 minutes. I'm already feeling short of breath already. Oh my god. Koda, thank you with the 14 months. Okwedi. But yeah, fever is manageable. Right now it's just the cough. I've been coughing the entire time for the last couple of days. Alcohol, Okwedi, Cthulhu, Okwedi. Thank you. Welcome back. Thanks for re-upping the membership. My the cough has been so bad because like I don't know, like the insides, my chest, my lungs, my diaphragm probably more like it's really sore. So like even laughing is like painful. But yeah, not gonna lie, I was scared for you for a while there. When I woke up and I had numb hands, I was like, that's a interesting feeling. I wasn't expecting the numbness in my fingers to like happen. And I was like trying to fight and figure out exactly where the numbness was coming from. But like, because I was also short on breath, I couldn't like exercise. I couldn't like get up and like, you know, do some jumping jacks or something, you know, to get like the blood pumping again. Which is why I was just like closing my eyes and trying to meditate, do some like deep breathing exercises and help my heart rate calm down. I was curious about that. How did you get numb hands? I don't know. After it settled down and I went online and did some research, they mentioned something about how it could cause like nerve damage, but in like weird ways. And like I understand because the phenomenon is still pretty new, so we don't have all the research yet. Yeah, though I don't really know what it was. Thankfully it's not bad anymore. But yeah, are your hands fine now? They seem fine. I can do most of my mobility exercises and like stretches individually with each finger, so it should be fine for the time being. Casey Okwedi. Christmas cookies and honeys, thank you. Ashley Okwedi, thanks for ripping the membership. Because if they're fine now, you might have slept on the wrong. The thing was, both of my hands were numb at the same time. And like they were numb in this, like from the tips of my fingers to like a little bit past my wrist. So like about maybe a third of the way up my forearms. And it was like just surprising. Cheer, thank you. Listen, that your bad luck has been consumed and everything you do next year will go smoothly. I hope so. Okay. Have you lost your sense of smell? No. I'm so grateful I have not lost my sense of smell, because they say your sense of smell and your sense of taste are like really closely connected, so I'm kind of glad I didn't lose it. Oh man. Also like memory, like they say like your sense of smell is tied closely to your memory, so I'm glad it's not gone. But yeah, like Ratatouille, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think most of the fever is gone, knock on wood, because last time I said that it came back. Right now I've just been mostly trying to keep cool with the coughing. Man, don't jinx it. Yeah, I'll try not to jinx it. You can knock on wood. I've been eating so many cough drops and so much tea. Oh my god, so much tea. Like I'm pretty sure I've drank like, I don't know, like 2 gallons of tea a day. No, not even 2 gallons, maybe like 5 gallons. I was just drinking a lot. But yeah, Yeah, paper cow. I do, but I haven't been drinking that yet. Mostly because what I needed was specifically for the fever. And now that the fever is gone, I can switch over to something else to help take care of my throat. Because like my number one priority was like getting rid of the dizzy whatever brain. I can't brain. It's like this is starting in British, yeah. A Home Depot bucket of tea a day. It's not enough. I feel like I need to keep drinking constantly. Oh, sore throat is on par with having strep. Yeah. This is silly, but like every single time I would cough, I would like calm down and like just close my eyes, rest a bit. And then once I've like gathered myself again and like I can feel myself able to suppress the cough, I would like do a mic check with my throat and be like, mic check 1 2 3, testing. And like just to make sure that my throat, like my voice is still there and I didn't lose it. 101 kg Okwedi. Thanks for re-upping that membership. Took me 1 month to recover from the coffee. I would hope not. I would hope it doesn't take that long for myself. I don't want to take a 1 long break. Like, this is gonna sound silly, but like, I was so bored, Chad. I was so bored. Like, aside, like every now and then, like the delirium would hit and it would be really fun because I'd just be like, okay, cool. Like we're just gonna ride this wave of dizziness and nausea because I can't do anything about it. So I would lie there and the whole world would be spinning and be like, whoa. And then like every now and then, the delusions would stop and it would just be me lying in bed sober, effectively, just like sweating, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so bored, you know? Because like I just couldn't like do anything. I couldn't sit up, I couldn't like get up and like play games or whatever, like nothing. I would just be like, oh. I like opened up Marvel Rivals to play a few games and then I just knocked out. So like I have maybe, I don't know, like 48 hours total played. It looks like I have a whole lot of hours played, but it's just me knocked out on the loading screen. Because I was like, I couldn't even play that, you know? So I just had it on the whole time. But yeah. Hello, Sky. Please speak English. I can't moderate non-English chat here. But hello. How do you like the game? It's fun. I like it. It's nice. I'm kind of, I don't know how I feel about the healers. I like the supports. Momo, thank you for the magenta super. Thank you. The helps in her sick. Can't breathe through nose and hurts to breathe. Went to clinic after meds weren't working. We were given steroids and antibiotics finally. Sadly, leaving after the clinic got into an accident. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I hope you're doing well. Please take care of yourselves, and I'm hoping for a quick recovery for yourself and your husband. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for the super, but please make sure you take care of yourself as well. Any tanks? My main tanks right now are Captain America, Magneto, Doctor Strange, and if my teammates all go DPS, I pick Venom. Because there's no other way for me to survive. There's no other character that has like an innate heal. So I just pick Venom, and then I heal using health packs on the map. If I don't have any strategists on my team. And for DPS, I don't get a chance to play DPS because everyone else always insta-locks DPS. So the only one I know how to play is Punisher, because he's the 1-star. I haven't had time to play anyone. I haven't had time to play anyone else because they always insta-lock, and I'm like, well, we need a healer, we need a tank, so you know, so like I don't know how to play DPS because I don't get a chance to play DPS, and whenever I do, I just play Punisher. And the thing that I found out is that everyone forgets that Punisher has a shotgun, because like it tells you in the character like info sheet, if you press 2 you switch over to a shotgun, and I'm like, oh cool, he's got a shotgun, right? And then everyone's like, why would you need a shotgun? You got a machine gun, you can go like pew pew pew, right, really far away and hit everyone, right? And then like Spider-Man or like Iron Fist shows up and gets right up close to you, and you're like, oh hello, thank you for delivering your face into my shotgun, and then you 2-shot them. But then like everyone else forgets, so like whenever you dive like a Punisher, they like panic and they like miss all their shots. But it's like, just hit 2, just switch to your shotgun. That's what it's there for. You don't have an escape. Your shotgun is your escape, you know? But like, I don't know, like it's so good. And if you treat Punisher as like Reaper from Overwatch, he kind of feels the same, because like Thor, I've had a bunch of Thors and a whole bunch of like Venoms like dive me. And then you have a shotgun with 8 bullets. 8. It's not 6. It's not 3. It's 8, right? You hit like 6 of them and every single tank dies. And like you can make like even Venoms run away because of how much damage you do. Like they don't expect that you just like chunk their health, you know, like a third of their health in a single shotgun blast. Like you can't miss. You fire like 8 pellets and all of them hit against the tank. And it's like, ooh. But like, yeah, people don't read, they don't read the character sheets. So if you play Punisher and you're getting doved on, just hit 2 and then shotgun them in the face. And then afterwards you switch back over to your assault rifle, and it's pretty easy. What is range, right? Oh, and Death Blossom ult. Oh man. That's Star-Lord's ult. No, it's Star-Lord's like ability. It's like a secondary ability for him. It's not even an ult. He can just do that like every 20 seconds or something like that. 15 seconds. I don't know. It's really cool though. I've always loved the shotgun. Yeah, same. But no, it's a lot of fun. Also, I really like that you can set up his turret on the payload. Because I can just plant it. Here's the thing. No one pushes. I know the payload auto pushes itself, but it pushes auto on with 1 speed. So it just like, well, not even 1, it's like half speed. Lucille Quiddy, thanks for ripping the membership. The payload pushes itself, but it's like half speed. So it like goes forward at the speed of like 1/2 of the character sitting on it. So like if you sit there, you can just plant your turret on top of the payload. It doesn't matter which one, all of them. You can, like, it takes a little while because you have to get to like the flat part of like the head. But then like, I don't know, on the Yggdrasil maps, you can just plant it on the chariot. On the Tokyo 2099 maps, you can plant it on top of the Spider Zero, like crawling thing. Oh yeah, Gwady, thanks for with the membership. Yeah, they just keep wanting to like play for kills, you know. Spicy fried squid, oh Gwady. Unfortunately can't stay, but I wanted to stop by and say it's great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. So Torb Pure plays, yeah, exactly. What do you think is the most annoying character to play against? Against? Right now, I think the most annoying one is Hela. I know everyone thinks Hawkeye is the worst, but I don't think Hawkeye's too bad. I think Hela is the most annoying one right now. But yeah, like Hawkeye is up there. I know he's like constantly banned, but like I'm not there yet because I haven't been able to grind ranked yet. I'm like silver 2 right now. Not even Jeff the Shark. I actually think Jeff the Shark is probably one of the weaker ones. He's really cute, but like his healing is kind of mid, and the damage is like decent, I guess. But yeah, when you said Hawkeye, I thought you said Haka. I wanted to see if I could get him to play some, but right now I think Haka's still in Japan, so like the latency might be a bit rough. I have a bad experience with Spider-Man. I think if you play as a character that doesn't have a way to escape, or it doesn't have a way to deal with close range things, it's always annoying. Like if you play as a strategist like Mantis, you kind of have to just throw your smoke, your sleep at your feet, and then hope the AoE catches him. Please don't remind me of Jeff being low tier. I love him so much. Jeff is great, but Jeff is like Jeff doesn't provide enough utility, which is the worst part. Who in the game do you think is hot? Doctor Strange's skin in the battle pass right now, that's the one I think is hot. The one where he's got like a lot like gray hairs. That's the one that I think is really hot. I haven't unlocked it yet because it's a premium one, and I'm like, do I want to pay for battle pass? I haven't decided yet. Jeff can survive because of cuteness. I think everyone, if you play Jeff, change your keybinds so it's hold shift to dive instead of just tapping it, because it feels more natural. It's like your quote-unquote sprint, like you're pressing shift to sprint. It's kind of like that. So if you rebind dive and wall climb to press and hold, it makes it a lot more intuitive because you can dive into the ground, and then most Jeffs, like a handful of Jeffs know this, but you can dive into walls too. So like if you want to escape, that's a really good way to do it. One thing that you can learn is in the game mode, the Splatoon game mode, where you have like 4 Jeffs and they're like just spraying their spray on the ground. That one, right? If you play that game mode a whole bunch, you start to learn like, I need to find a way to escape as fast as possible. And then once you have those key bindings on, it's so quick because a lot of people, they think about things in terms of like just a flat 2D map, right? But if you realize that Jeff can climb walls, you can like dive into the wall, climb up, and then over a wall to dodge enemy Jeff's ults, so that you can avoid getting scooped up and eaten by them. But you can like Jeff has incredible mobility. Yeah, he can climb. You can jump into the water, like he's a land shark, so like he can dive into the land. And then you just hit the wall, press and hold space, and then he climbs up the wall. So he's a lot of fun to do, and there's a pretty good amount of movement that you can use as Jeff. And like, I think that game mode is pretty good because it kind of teaches you that even in the regular games, you can use your climb to like get to higher positions where you're a bit safer. So the way that I do it is, I will climb up against the wall and jump up to a nearby platform, and then I will plant a bubble. Or if I have the time, I'll plant like 2 bubbles around me. And then I'll heal my teammates from above, aiming down at them. And if anyone tries to dive to me, what I do is I run behind the bubbles, because if the enemy hits the bubble, they get knocked back. So I set up a little camp of bubbles around me while I'm on top of a ledge. And that's like the only way I've been able to get Jeff to work, because right now, aside from that, Jeff doesn't have any other escape. So whenever you get dove on by like a Wolverine or like a Black Panther, this is really difficult to escape. So you kind of have to hope that your bubbles knock them back. But yeah, the escape is Groot. Ha, bold of you to assume that there will be a tank player. But yeah, no, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I like writing Groot as Jeff. Yeah. I also, okay, personally, I really like Rocket. I really, really like Rocket because I love playing pool, or like, I guess some people know it as billiards. I really like playing billiards with the heel because when I used to play Overwatch, I would play Moira, and I would bounce the heels in like certain angles to make sure that it keeps going back and forth between my teammates, right? And like that, I love that ability. So like in certain areas, I'll like calculate in my head like trajectory to like bounce my heels off in a pattern, so like it like triangles around my team. And like the double escape, the wall climb, oh my god, it's so much fun. The only problem is I don't feel like I'm providing value to the team because I have no utility. I have my res that happens like once every 45 seconds, but like it doesn't feel smart enough because, okay, no offense to any of my teammates, but the only time my beacon is useful is when the worst player on my team gets overconfident. Does that make sense? Like, it's only used when my teammates are dumb, like when they're being stupid, you know? Like it ends up being like you decided to get cocky and try to pull off some crazy trick shot that you saw on Twitter and you failed. Here's a second shot. Like, that's what it feels like, you know? Like, that's the only thing it feels like. The only reason I exist to res him is just for them to give a second shot at trying to get that Twitch clip. Owls at you. Hello. Thank you so much for the soup. Jeff the Shark Comics ate the Infinity Gauntlet and got a tummy ache. Aww. I actually haven't gotten to unlock all the comics yet. I wanted to see. But thank you for the soup. I thought you were being serious for a second. I mean, like, I really like the amount of DPS he can do is pretty solid. It's not that much. It's like comparable to I don't know. I think it's like comparable to like three quarters of a Scarlet Witch. Like, if he's close and you hit all your shots, it's not that bad. But like, aside from that, he doesn't have that much utility. You know, he doesn't have like the freeze that Luna Snow has. Doesn't have like the sleep that Mantis has, and he doesn't have the immortality fields that Loki has, which is why I think they're like probably the strongest healers right now. But yeah, Luna is just so useful. Luna is incredible. I like Luna. I just wish that wait, Chad, tell me, does the E stack? It doesn't tell you. But the way that E is supposed to work is you put it on a person, and then every heal that you put on your main target, like 50% of the heal goes over to the E target. And I was thinking, like, could you get 150% heals by like E-ing one person and then healing them directly? I never knew, because it never explains it. So I was like, I wondered, does it work like that? You know, it doesn't. What are we talking about? We're talking about Marvel Rivals for now. Have my garlic bread. Let's go. Food coma? Nice. Garlic bread induced food coma is fantastic. It would just be a regular heal, darn. Ah, man. If it's stacked, that would have been really nice. It would have been a cool way to get, like, you know, like emergency rapid heals on like a tank who's like super low. You could like stack it and then like heal themselves. I don't think she has an amplified heal like Cloak and Daggers. Ah, no. Interesting watching Luna Snow gameplay. She's the character Liz mains. Oh, Liz plays. Ooh. I might have to try and get some games together. What games do you play? Mostly horror games and sad games that make me cry. Ugh. No drinking ASMR is making me want to drink something. I'm drinking because I'm trying to suppress my the itchiness to cough. Irene, thank you with the 10 gift memberships. Thank you. Gonna get some hearts in chat for the gifted memberships. Okay, sorry, chat. If you hear a little beep, apologies. Give me like a couple of seconds. I'm gonna take my temperature again, because I'm like feeling some like sweats again, cold sweats. $99.2. So still a low-grade fever. It's not completely back to normal, but thankfully it's not too bad. Slightly better. Yeah, slightly better. I was saying, oh, that's right. I've been looking for a thermometer, but is it weird to say that I don't trust the range thermometers? Because like I looked up thermometers on like Amazon, and all the thermometers that I see are like the little gun, the white gun shaped ones, where like you point it at someone's face and then you like click it and then you like press and hold and it's supposed to scan. And I'm like, I don't trust those, because I remember seeing a whole bunch of stories about like really bad knockoff thermometers that were sold in bulk. Yeah, the no contact thermometers, I don't trust those, because like I see them in the like, there's no way a device with that kind of technology can only cost $9. You know, like there's no way, right? And they have like a suspicious number of reviews and everyone's like, oh, they're perfect, like they do everything perfectly, right? And I'm like, no, I'll just stick with like the regular like thermometers that you stick in your mouth. Yeah, exactly, that's too cheap. I see like the prices are a little bit suspicious, you know? Mass produced during the panini. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. How to get them to run my business during the panini. But yeah, I'm gonna avoid those for the time being. I will stick with the standard like physical ones, the ones you put directly on your temple. Yeah, those are fire. I think those are okay. I remember them being pricey back in 2020. I know, I think that was just a lot of people trying to like make a whole bunch of money, which is kind of like gross, but yeah. Mab, thank you. Welcome back. I'm glad you're trying to bounce back even a little. Feel 100% better. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you for the super. No rectal? No. Mostly because of convenience. It's easy for me to use a thermometer for that you just put underneath your tongue than it is to use a rectal thermometer. Like, I know they're both accurate, but like I'm not in a position to be able to do that. Like, if I'm like delirious and I have a 102 fever, you know, I'm probably not going to be assuming the position to like rectally take my temperature. I don't think it would make sense. Oh my gosh, alcohol, thank you for the yakasupa. Thank you. Get more doctor. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Can we get some hearts in chat for the Akasupa? Thank you. But fun fact, I don't have health insurance right now. My next policy that I signed up for actually starts January, so couple more days. I just have to survive. Yeah, right now at this very moment, I was kicked off my previous plan because apparently I make too much money. So like I don't make enough to be able to afford good private healthcare, but I make too much in order to stay on public healthcare. So like I fall in that weird like middle like gray area in the center. So I got kicked off of that, and then I had to sign up, and then they were like, oh yeah, we can sign you up for it, but then it won't kick in until January. And I'm like, next year? And they're like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. Pre-existing condition. That's probably what's gonna happen to me. They'll be like, well, you had COVID before the insurance kicked in, so we're gonna count that as a pre-existing condition. I'm like, I'm prepared for that to happen. So fun stuff. Yeah. The not poor enough, right? It's, oh my god. And like just don't tell them. Sadly, I can't, because I have to file my taxes, and my taxes do get sent out. But yeah. Anyways, I just need to survive for... You're broke, but you're not that broke. Classification, seriously, you know. But I'll find out in like what, 8 days. Oh my goodness, Chad, it's 8 days. 8 more days until 2025. We can all like wash our hands and be like, 2024 away. Go away. I'll take all this negative energy away with you, and then we can hop into 2025. Jetto, thank you for the 22 months. Thanks for the amazing 2024. May you have a great holiday week, and may 2025 give you good health and good memories. Thank you. Oh yeah. One more underwear chain. You mean like one more laundry load, right? Not like an individual pair of underwear, like, right? You mean laundry load, right? One more laundry load until 2020. You mean one more laundry load, right? Cold, thank you. Thank you for the 14 months. Okwedi. Arsax, Okwedi. Thank you for the 13. Oh my god. Oh. I'm good. Oh my gosh. I have to like take a mental like check and be like, are my lungs gonna be okay for now? Mickey, thank you for this. Just in case you don't see the day of Merry Christmas, didn't have time to put the funds together for another rainbow super this year. Oh no worries, it's okay. I appreciate the super. This year has its up and downs, and being here has helped me stay strong throughout. I'm glad to hear that. I hope 2025 is better for you and treats you kinder. Thank you so much for the super. But please don't feel bad that you can't rainbow. I appreciate anything that you can give, even if it's a little, or even if it's just a simple lurk. And I had it, the worst of it was 2 days, but the whole cough thing was a week. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like the worst part right now. The cough sticking around for so long has been the worst part. Unfortunately, Glinda had bronchitis afterwards. Long recovery is no fun. If my coughing does last that long, I apologize. I'm trying to figure out a way. I don't know. I'll have like a hot mute button, or a quick mute button or something like that. But I can't like just take a break from streaming like that, sadly. Thank you for the 22 months. Okwedi. Thanks for opening the membership. Hot showers are the go-to. I have been trying to take hot showers. It's not really been helpful. It might be better now, because I don't have the fever anymore, but like I tried to take a shower and I just got super lightheaded and then I just could not stand, and I was like, probably a bad idea to take a dizzy shower, because if I slip and I fall, well, that wouldn't be very pretty. Has a doctor given you medicines for it? I don't have a doctor. I don't have a doctor right now. So yeah. Thank you for the gift of memberships, Faye. Thank you, thank you. Hope you had fun in Japan though. I did. Yeah. I think by this point, after 2 years of telling chat, hey chat, I'm just gonna take a break. Raylan, O'Grady, thanks for the membership. I think like after 2 years of telling chat like, hey chat, I'm just gonna take a break, and then vanishing and then appearing in a different country, I don't know if I can keep doing that and saying that over and over again this time. But it was going to be like a proper break. The idea was that let me, like, from the very beginning, Chihuahua Mane sent me a DM and she was all like, hey Shinri, would you be interested in going to like Japan for a thing? And I was like, oh, what thing? And she was like, we don't have enough information right now, but like it'll happen sometime around December. And I was like, yeah, sure, like any opportunity to go back would be fun. And then as it got closer, we later found out it was for FSP, and they were inviting us over and they were paying for our flights. So I was like, oh, how very generous of them. So I was like, you know what? I was gonna plan on taking a break anyway, so I might as well just like sync that up. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. And then I flew out, and then I had to pay for the hotel on my own, but they paid for the flight. Oh, I'm sorry, Chan. Well, yeah, so they paid for the flight, and while I was there, I wanted it to be like a proper break, because I was like, you know what, I want to be in Japan. I just wanted to like enjoy myself. Like I might do like a Twitter space or something like that. And I just kind of forgot about it because I was like hanging out with the boys a bunch. But yeah, the fun part was they told me, they were like, hey, we would like you to land between like December, what was it, 11th and the 14th. And I was like, all right, cool, like December 14th or December 11th to the 14th. But I was like, why don't I stay for a couple more days just to hang out with the boys too, right? So I extended my stay for a little bit, which is why like I paid for the hotel on my own, because you know, I was like personally extending it. But when I got the flight, I didn't realize it was take the flight and then land, and then immediately the next day I would be there off collabing with them. I should have like gotten a flight that was sooner than December 11th, you know, like maybe the 9th or the 10th, right? But no, they were like, oh, like get the flight, like drop over here by the 11th to the 14th. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I do it. And then I land and it's like, oh wait, we're doing it like immediately afterwards. So like the entire time I was there, yeah, like flashbang, time to sing, I was jet lagged and I was just there like delirious, just being like, what's going on? Which is why when they were like, hey, Shinri, like the second song, I was like, it's Shinri. I'm like, what? Me? Already? No. Because I was like lose like half my brain was shutting down because I was like sleepy. But yeah, it's weirdly comforting, funny, not being the only one in the Zatusdan who can't do a poo without being able to talk, without being able to breathing like a damn truck. Yeah, it's pretty bad. First impression of FSP. The FSP boys are kind of rowdy. It was really funny because they took us in, and then they were like, please show up to this building, right? And when we showed up, and there was this like it looked really funny because it was this giant lobby, and then against the wall was this tiny little Christmas tree. Like, it was smaller than I was, but it was a giant empty, like, it looked very corporate, right? But the lobby was just huge. It was like marble or whatever. It's like stone, like tiles and everything, right? And it's just like the seats they had were made of stone too, right? It was really cold and everything. And then just like off in the against the wall, just this tiny little Christmas tree. It's like about, it came up to my shoulders or so, right? So oh my god. Oh, you know, Panda, Okwedi, thinking over the 22. But it was this tiny tree that was only came out to my shoulders. So I was looking down at it. I'm like, well, they tried, you know, like, yay. Got the holiday spirit. But it was this tiny little tree, and I was like, we were all kind of like standing around this super small tree, and like one of their staff appeared, and they were like, oh hey, like, thanks for stopping by, like, let's take you over to meet the boys. So they took us there, and then as soon as we got into their offices, they like kind of like hushed us, like corralled us into an office. And then they were like, all right, come this way, right? And there was like this one room that had like the HOLOSTARS on there. And I was like, oh, cool, they have a room for us, right? And it was just like a regular office room. But then they pushed us all in there, and all the Mana-sans and Mana-chans were in there too. And then right then, all the FSP boys would like stick their head out like from the walls, like, because we were inside the room, right? And there was only one entrance into the room, and it was that office door. And then they were like sticking their head, you know, like, here, let me see if I can show you. I don't know, it was like that. They were like, they're sticking their heads, you know, like through the, like across the door, like at various heights, like just staring at us. And then we would like look over and be like, hey, how's it going? What are you up to? You know, like, hey, I'm Shinri, nice to meet you all, right? And then they would like huddle away, like you would see them like, they like pop out, and then like we would like hey, and then they'd be like, oh, and then they'll like pop back in again, you know. Oh my gosh. So it was really cute. But it did make us feel like zoo animals. Joller, thank you for the 1 month, not 1 month, 1 year. Okwedi. Who was the first to approach you? I don't remember. Lucian, I think it was Lucian who approached me first. I'm okay. I'm gonna apologize real fast. I've met too many people too quickly, so I barely remember everyone's faces and their names. Like I remember their faces, I don't remember their names. But one thing I can say is they're all kind of hot. Like being able to like meet them in person, it's like, oh hey, you guys are kind of hot. What? But like it's difficult if I get over, like, it's already difficult enough for me to like put a name to a face, like generally, but when I meet like 15 people in the span of like 10 minutes, that's way too many faces and way too many names, you know? But yeah, I think Uki showed up last, I think, and my only impression of Uki was that he was very quiet. I think he may have been intimidated, or just like, because I think we all kind of, the boys and I showed up maybe an hour or so before the stream, so we just kind of like settled down, and we were like just we had a chance to kind of like, you know, mingle and like talk to each other. I think Uki ended up showing up a little late when we were like just about to start, so he didn't get a chance to like warm up and kind of meet everyone. He didn't get that opportunity, I think, which is why he came off as a little bit shy, which I kind of felt bad about. But I think if you had the opportunity, like we did, to just be there, like, you know, an hour early, just to kind of like sit down, chit chat, and kind of mingle a bit, I think that would have been a lot nicer. But you know how things go with schedules when everyone's really busy, you know. Sometimes things happen. Next time. Kind of bad at remembering new folks too. Unfortunately, I'm very, very recognizable. Yeah, it kind of is like that too for me too. They really liked you. I think Lucian said you were really chill. Yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't know what to expect. But like we were there, and you know, a Chihuahua man was there, and you know, Flayout and I were both there, and she was like, she had both of us on a leash, and we were like, oh, this is another company. These are like, they have their own staff and their own managers, so we gotta be like on our best behavior. So we're like, okay, yes, Chihuahua man, of course, you know, like, so we were kind of just like being really like, you know, pleasant and gentle about it. What's the word? Professional? That's the word. Sorry, Ridiculous, thank you for the soup. You were the perfect baseline accompaniment to everyone. Loved all your duets and hearing you in the boys' choir. And the a cappella Christmas carol, thank you. Oh my goodness, yeah. Singing uploads. Oh my gosh, we finally got those uploaded, yeah. A leash, it's just Chihuahua man, you know, making sure that we, you know, because when we're there, we're like, I mean, it's not even that. It's just wherever we are, while we're like on the clock, so to speak, we're like representative of the company. So, you know, we need to be on our best behavior whenever we're repping cover basically. So it's always good to just be professional and be friendly about things. But like, they were super nice and super friendly. I even tweeted out the picture of them getting us food, when it's like, oh, so much food. But yeah, the acapella song was fun. I wanted to do more singing. Haka thought Lucian was Gale. Yeah, like I can't. Okay. How do I explain this? Okay, like my hair, like the way I have it tied up right now, you see that right there, right? I do that when I'm clocked in at work, right? If I'm not clocked in at work, I just let my hair down because it's easier for me to keep it down and it's just comfier, right? So the way that we look when we're off the clock versus when we're on the clock is different. So it's very difficult for me to remember, you know, like, sorry about that. You know, the whole, what's that? That's a really old anime, and it features a main character whose name is Aiko, and it literally means girl A, and then there's Biko and like Seiko, and like girl B and girl C, right? Project Aiko, yeah, that's the one, right? And they all have very distinct hair, very distinct color, and a very clear name. That is girl A, girl B, girl, like, you know, like that's what I need. I need to see people with like, oh, you have bright purple hair and your name is Aiko, you know, or like you have bright blue hair, or but yours is short, like very short cropped blue hair, right? Like that's what I need. I need like Powerpuff Girls style, like Sailor Moon style. Like everyone has a very distinct haircut and a very unique color specifically representing them, right? That's what I need. Otherwise, I cannot tell, you know? Like my brain is just having like a very difficult time, right? Oh my gosh. So like I need that kind of, you need a good silhouette. That's the thing too. Like, oh my gosh. I can't tell silhouettes. I can tell gaits. I know autocorrect is saying Gates, but I mean like Gait, like the way that someone walks. I can like, even if I don't have my contacts or my glasses in, from a distance, like I can see Betel walking, I can see Haka walking, I can see Flayon walking, and then like I'll know it's them because their walk cycle, their walk animation, I can see that and I'm like, oh, I recognize that walk animation. But like if they're standing still, I wouldn't be able to tell, you know? But like, yeah, I need to see them at a distance, you know? You can differentiate their walking style. They have like they all have a specific energy to them when they like walk. But like, that's how I can tell people. I can't tell people by their faces. I know I know I don't have face blindness because I can recognize faces to an extent, but it's just difficult for me, you know? Axel walks on all fours. Exactly. But like, it's difficult. It's just difficult for me. But yeah, like I've even told them like, hey, next time, maybe it would help if we all showed up with like a hello, my name is sticker, because that way it makes it very easy for us, especially for people like me who has a very difficult time doing like the face name connection thing. I think I'm actually gonna go suggest that to Mana-chan, if we can like get like official cards or like on like a lanyard or something, right? Just so that we can wear, so whenever we go to these events, we can be like, hey, you know, like, I'm Shinri, here's me. If you forget, don't worry, it's cool. Like, I usually don't have my hair down this way. But you know, a neon flashing sign, right? Or like, if I just put my crosshairs over someone, they should glow blue with like the name on top of their head, you know, like Banzo and Haka. And it'd like, they are your teammates. Things like that, you know, like that's what I need IRL. Lanyards would be good. Also have issues with linking names to faces. It would help so much, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, of course, we wouldn't be walking around and advertising it, you know, just taking a stroll down Akihabara and being all like, hey, by the way, like, hey, I'm Shinri. No, like, I'm not gonna do that, you know. The Death Note Shinigami eyes. Oh my god. Full disclosure, if I ever got the Death Note, I would gladly take that. I know it sacrifices 1/2 of your lifespan, but oh my god. Like, do you know how short the Death Note manga would have been if he just pay for the convenience, right? Like, it's not like, don't think about it as giving up half of your remaining life for that ability, right? It's just you're doubling your efficiency, you know? Like, do you know how efficient you would be, right? Like, what's the point of having twice that, like, or like that? Okay, what's the point of having that full lifespan if you're gonna be wasting as much time just trying to get around all those restrictions rather than just Just get the eyes. Just get the eyes. You know? A long, useless life or a short, amazing life. Exactly. Exactly. You know? Light thought he was too good for the Shinigami eyes. Man. Give me the Death Note. I'll show you efficiency. Was so proud of her. What, right? He, like, everything that Light and L did was just so extra. Like, okay, everything that Light did specific was so extra, you know? Like, okay, everyone knows about the whole meme with I take the potato chip and I eat it. Everyone knows about that part, right? That is, right? But then, like, the whole, like, I have a secret watch with a compartment that I press 4 times within 2 seconds, and then out pops a little thing, and then I get a needle, and then I pinprick my finger, and I use blood to write on the piece of paper inside the secret compartment. Like, come on, man. Just pay for the eyes. Like... Why does it sound like you've already have a roster ready? Oh, I have like a big roster ready to go. You know, like as soon as I get my hands on it, I'm like, all right, you hold up. Let me get my Google Drive. Got my spreadsheet out. And here we go. You know, like, you know, like I would. I totally would. I'm like, yeah. I know. I've read the manga. I've seen the movie. You know, the guy here, take some apples. You know, just give me like an hour or so. I'll be back. You know. So thank you. Someone did an edit to remove Light's internal monologue. It's just awkward pauses with Light staring into his face. Okay, but there was actually a thing. If you have internal monologues, do you have okay, chat, how does your internal monologue go? Because in my mind, I have entire conversations in a split second. Like I don't hear a conversation in my head. I understand the feelings of the conversation. So whenever I'm thinking to myself, I don't hear individual words, right? So the whole thing that Light does, where he's like thinking to himself and he's like, I'm gonna take the potato chip and I eat it, right? And that's like 4 seconds, right? Just talking to himself about taking the potato chip and then pulling one out and eating, right? I don't have actual words. I have feelings, right? So whenever I like look at Light, who is like having that internal monologue, I'm like, your reading speed must be very slow, you know? Because it ties in with the speed at which you read. Because some people, when they read each individual word and they hear the word inside their head, you know? Whereas if you're a fast speed reader, you don't actually, you know, air quotes, like verbalize the word inside your head. You simply just understand the meaning of the word and then you just kind of glide through, right? But like that's what I'm saying. Like if he has to talk like that in his mind to himself, it's inefficient. It's very inefficient, you know? Mine works like video game flavor text, right? But like, does your brain read out loud individual words? You know? And it's like, well, then again, like Light's only in high school, which kind of explains why he thinks he's all that. Because, like, let's be honest, a lot of high schoolers think they're all that. They're like, they're on the opposite, they're on the wrong end of the Dunning-Kruger curve. And they think they're, you know, like, oh, I got everything handled. Like, I'm so smart and like, oh, I'm so badass. And I was like, really? You know, I don't think, good for you, you know, pat. Not everyone has to read a 400-page dense document daily. Wasn't he in college? Was he in college? I thought it was in high school. I don't think it really matters. He doesn't stay in school for very long anyway. True. A lot of at some point, a lot of us are like that. I think like for speed reading, the way that I was taught was to like get a pen or like your finger and then just kind of glide it across the words. And then the idea is that you look at the word and you understand the word, but you don't speak the word in your brain. Because trying to speak the word inside your mind each time, it slows you down a lot. Unless you want to get funny with it and have like voices. Glide across the word and never say it in your mind. Exactly. At speed reader for work where I go insane from the contents. Yeah, I know that feeling. Started in high school and he goes to college for the majority. Okay. I was wondering why. Huh. Yeah, it's been a while since I'd seen it. Oh man. But no, going back to the original topic, the off collab karaoke with the FSB boys. It was a lot of fun. I kind of want to see oh my gosh, I forgot what it was. They were like, we don't know what songs we're gonna have you sing, so they were like asking us like, hey, do you guys have any songs that you want to sing? And we're like, what? So like a day before I gave him a list, I'm like, I couldn't think of anything. And it's only afterwards. It's only after you do a thing where you realize like, oh, hey, wait a minute. I could have sung other songs too. Like, Baka Mitai. Like, it came like in the middle of the song. I'm like, wait a minute, we could have sung that. That would have been fun to sing too. Used to go to speed read like that, but that affected the way I conversed or I'd shorthand my actual speech. Oh no. It's like Ikinai borderline. Yeah, I want to do more like Ikinai borderline. That was really, I like that. You and Axel's voices sounded so good. Thank you. I think I think that collab, it kind of like kicked my butt a little bit, because I was going over some of the comments that you guys were like leaving, just like on Twitter and in the VOD. Ameep, thank you for the 18 months. Okwedi. And there was like a part of my brain that was like, if you sang better, you could support the team more. Does it make sense? Like, it clicked in my head of like, you can like, if I was imagining like an off collab karaoke as like our Marvel Rivals game, like I could be a healer in the team, you know, like if I sang better, because everyone was like, your bassy voice like is so good at supporting the other boys. And I'm like, wait a minute, if I frame it that way, it makes more sense. Like, I want to practice more now, you know, I want to be good so that I can be a better baseline support for the boys when we do duets, you know, like it clicked in my head for now. Yeah, harmonizing your lower voice does help a ton for the other boys. Yeah, like I'm like, wait a minute. If I frame it as I'm playing support or I'm playing a tank and like supporting the team in that sense, right? Like I just need to get like good at that, you know, that kind of stuff. It's like that framing finally kicked in for me. Naku, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. I remember when you used backsung battle and singing aerials, and it was so good with the backing bass. I want to get good at that, you know? Shinri wasn't the DPS mindset. What I want to be able to do is I want to be able to listen to a song and at least have like the minimum amount of like musicality. I don't even know what the word is. Harmonizing, the ability to do a harmony, to do, yeah, I want the ability to do a harmonize with the boys. So that like, yeah, the ear for it, you know? So like whenever they're singing anything, I can just be like, hey, I'll just back you up with the harmony, like just casually, you know, like I would love to be able to do that kind of stuff, you know? And instead of looking at it as like, you gotta learn how to, because they kind of do that for us. They're like, you gotta learn how to be like the main vocals for all your covers. I'm like, that's difficult for me, you know, unless it's something like goofy, like Bakabitai, you know. You guys would kill it in an a cappella group. Funny you should mention that, because we recently released an a cappella Up on the Housetop song cover. Sorry, I'm like running out of breath. Wait, thank you for the super. You better not be too self-critical. No, thank you. I won't be. But you know, like I wanna do that. A lot of people start backing their main voice as they go. They're making me do all the main voice stuff, and I'm like, oh, I can't. You three killed it. I wish the other boys could join us, but I know, especially around this time, you know, everyone gets really tired or really busy, family stuff, obligations, and you know, things like that come up. So, but yeah, maybe next time we can get all the boys. I think it'd be a lot of fun if we did like is 10 people too much for like a cappella? Because you know, like what's the thing, a barbershop a cappella quartets, right? They're quartets, right? Barbershop quartets, they're usually 4 people, right? Truckee, they give it the 16 months. Okwedi in the band, bass guitar helps everything come together for both drums and lead guitars. That voice complements the high tones of the voice. Yeah. Thank you for re-upping the membership. I was in a 25-person a cappella. Have you seen Pitch Perfect? Pitch Perfect? Oh my god, that's right. I think it might be okay. It's not whether or not we can have 10 people. It's more of whether can we have 10 people schedule it properly, you know? I think scheduling might be the most difficult thing, because Ruse right now is trying to schedule us for episode 3 of Hollow Marches, and he's been having difficulty because he's like asking around, you know, who's available at this time and this time, and it's like Octavio is available, Gerard might be available, and I'm like, I'm gonna be available, and then I get sick and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not available, I can't be there, I can't do there, you know. Yeah, so 10 people might be doable, but like scheduling that would probably be a nightmare. But like maybe if we had like, I don't know, the HOLOSTARS a cappella group, I think that'd be a lot of fun. If you start planning now for next Christmas, I'm gonna call out the boys, but I'm gonna call them out, but I'm not gonna name anyone specifically. We can schedule a year in advance and they will still forget or just completely not be aware of things, you know. I'm gonna call them out. I'm not naming who, but I will say I know I can plan something a year out and put it in the Google Calendar and none of them will respond to it. I know this already. Truly the group project experience. Yeah. But no, like it was a lot of fun. So I think we have a calendar. Do we? Funds for the new units, the Akasupas. Wait, that's really cute. The Acapellas, the Akasupas. Wait, that's really cute. Oh my gosh. Do you know the game of the super? Do they even know you guys have a Google Calendar? The only person who consistently uses it right now is Octavio. I don't think anyone else is really using it at the moment. But like as soon as I get back on a regular schedule, I'm gonna be putting my stuff back in there too. I know Haka puts his in for events. If there's something like a big event or a collab, he'll mark those in. But I don't think like I haven't seen Axel really ever use it. Alter's on a break, so he gets a pass on that one. I've never seen Axel use it. I don't know if Bettel knows the Google Calendar exists anymore. I've seen Gerard and Bruce occasionally, and then I almost never see Gibbies. So yeah, like it's a hit or miss. Like most of the stuff there, like the big ones, big events are there. I won't call them out, but no. But yeah, like the calendar is there. I want to start using it a bit more. Oh man, this is terrible. I hope no one else has to deal with this. Man. That's why Armis sometimes gets over last with the streams. I think, well, I know I've heard, I do pay attention to like the online discussions about like the overlaps. Hero, thank you for the 21 months of Quiddy. Just got here, but I hope you feel better very, very soon. Thank you. I know like someone on Twitter, I'll see like a tweet be like, Hako's doing an archived karaoke, but like someone like Ruse is doing like a hand cam and I don't know which one to watch. And then everyone's like, just watch both. And people be like, use what's that one site? Hololizer? Is it the Hololizer? I don't forget what it is. Holodecks. There we go. Use Holodecks and watch them all and embrace the chaos of, you know, like 7 different streams. Set the audio from 7 different streams going off at the same time, you know? I see people talking about that on Twitter a lot. And it's like, I know it's difficult, but like, as HOLOSTARS English, we are kind of aiming for like the English audience, and the majority of like the fan base that follows us are like active, available to watch us in this time zone, which is kind of why we end up overlapping so much. Hopefully like next year we'll be able to figure things out and start like sorting things around, but it'll just end up kind of being that way. I'm not sure if there'll be any like real changes to that soon. FOMO is bound to happen, but that's life. Yeah, and karaoke is a hard one because we won't know we'll be able to watch the VOD. Yeah, like if it's an archived or an unarchived, this is kind of why whenever I like earlier this year and then occasionally last year, whenever on Fridays, I think Fridays or Saturdays, I forget. I remember multiple times when Haka would have an unarchived karaoke and I would be playing Slime Rancher, and then Axel would be playing or doing an unarchived karaoke, and I would also be playing Slime Rancher at the time. And I'd be like, hey, like if you don't mind, like please go check out the boys because they have an unarchived stream and it won't be available afterwards. Whereas my Slime Rancher VOD will be around. And yeah, Handcam with Axel is going to be unarchived by default. So that's why I encourage you guys to always go check out the unarchived ones instead of mine, because mine will always be around. But yeah. Oh my god. Chat, could you give me all a moment? I want to go use the restroom for a little bit. and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna come back and see if I can get into like, I don't know, like 8:30 or so. But yeah, give me a little bit. Hello, chat. I'm back. Oh, Mimi, thank you for the Velcro. Mimi, thank you for the gifted memberships. Gui, thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Can we get some hearts in chat for the gifted memberships? Thank you, thank you. Bull, thank you as well. Thank you, thank you. Where was I? Feeling better? No, not really. It's been a struggle, chat. It's been a struggle. But yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit about the takoyaki off collab. Oh man. Toramane is it Tokimane or is it Toramane? I don't know. It involves both Haka and Axel, so it might be both of them. Might be Toki and Toramane, like a joint tag team duo surgery on the... Is it still in surgery? I think it is. Yeah. Wanted to watch that, but I was playing Marvel Rivals at the same time and the game doesn't want me to watch streams. No. I hope it comes back soon. What happened? It was taken down out of an abundance of caution. But big apologies to both Mana-sans if it ends up getting taken, like, trimmed down a significant amount. But yeah, hopefully it'll be back soon, but I don't know, it was a lot of fun. I feel okay. Here's the thing. The takoyaki maker was expensive. It was very expensive, and by very expensive I mean like it was 15,000 yen. It was like around 100 USD. But that was because like the takoyaki maker itself was like $70, $60, I think. And then the canisters of propane were the others, the rest. Because we had 3 canisters. We didn't show it on screen because they're like super shiny. But it had 3 canisters of propane. And if you guys don't know, each can, like a single can lasts a season, like a whole summer season of camping. Like you can take it out for maybe like, I don't know, cook every single day for like a solid 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month-ish or so. And like, it would be good to go, right? So yeah, we're gonna have to make a lot more takoyaki to use it all up. I think next time we might just get an electric takoyaki maker instead. They can last a month. There's a lot. Those propane tanks they're pretty big. They contain a lot of gas. With all the cooking that we did, it did not change the weight of the can at all. They last a long time. So I think next time we'll just switch over to an electric one, because one thing that I was worried about is that we had to keep the fan on inside the room because we were using actual fire and propane, and we didn't want to give ourselves carbon monoxide poisoning, which is why we had the fan on the entire time. And I was worried about the fan, the noise getting picked up on the microphones, which is kind of like for like next time, like we're gonna do it electric so we don't have to worry about it. What happened to the takoyaki maker is the one the manager's only right now. Currently Haka still has it because Haka's staying over there. I'm pretty sure when he's done and he's about to move out, he's gonna leave it over with one of the Mana-chans. But yeah, I think I heard the fan. I'm worried about that. But like just in case, I totally tune out the fan until you all turn it off. propane belongs outside. It really does. But there was no way for us to open the windows because it was so cold outside. But yeah, street cooking. I think we would get in trouble if we did that. Like if we just like set up a little camping ground like outside on the streets. Like we would get the cops called on us somehow. But no, it would be fun. I wanna like do more, but like okay, sorry. I'm gonna take a cough drop real quick. Haka's still there. I think he is. I'm gonna be honest, for the last 4 days, I have been like out of it. I've not really been like hanging around and like talking and chatting with the boys. He is? Yeah, nice. Okay, good. I hope he keeps having more fun. Haka did say he was going to be there until after Christmas. Nice. He's decorating a cake right now. Nice. Hope he's got like a lazy Susan at the very least. If you guys don't know what a lazy Susan is, it's like it's a little dish that you can put a cake on and then you spin it. But the trick is to get like a damp towel and then put it on top of the lazy Susan. And then you put the little cardboard plate on it so that the damp towel holds onto the cardboard better so that it sticks. And then when you spin it, the cake doesn't slide off of it. Poor Susan, however the namesake came about. I'm not sure. I never found out. I only know lazy Susan tape dinner tables to easily get food. Yeah. I know like they have like huge lazy Susans for like Chinese like restaurants or like I'm most familiar with them. Well, not any kind of cuisine where like you share the entrees. Does it make sense? Where they have like dim sum, you know, like lots like a variety of foods, right? You just put them on the center and then the whole thing spins so that everyone around the table can get access to the spinning food. Yeah, well, you share food a lot. Yeah, there you go, family style servings. In restaurants that are family styles, I find them a lot more common in those type of family style like restaurants than like individualized restaurants. Yeah, the spinning table. Susan got so lazy. Maybe she wasn't lazy. Maybe Susan was just really smart, you know, and like perfected the way to efficiently transport food around a big table while being lazy, you know, because let's be honest, a lot of inventions and a lot of like innovations have been made because people are like, how can we make laziness more efficient, you know? Yeah, she was time efficient, exactly. I'm actually not sure what the what's the word, etymology of the phrase lazy Susan comes from. I'm curious to know. But yeah, I need more ideas. I don't know what to do with takoyaki anymore because we did bugs already and we did chocolate once before, and then we have the usual like the cheese and the octopus and all that kind of stuff, you know. What else can we put inside a takoyaki to make it interesting? Last I checked said etymology was lost to time. Oh no. Candy. Ooh. The wasabi was unexpected. We need to find a way to get the wasabi out there. Oh, wait. What about like something sour? Maybe? I'm gonna be honest. Ungrateful Kiwi, thank you for re-upping the membership. Okwedi, mystery jelly beans. I kind of hope the wasabi kicked a lot more. the reason why when I bit into it and then when it got me, I started coughing like crazy was entirely because I was not expecting it. But like after I had internally registered, I got the one with wasabi in it. It wasn't too bad. It was, I bit down too quickly and then it like erupted and all that wasabi like entered my mouth and some of it like went down my throat like way too quickly, and like that's why I started coughing. But like yeah, it's too much. But like the wasabi on its own wasn't too bad. It was just the surprise that got me, you know. Sprite from the McDonald's drink machine. I'm not sure if that would work. You have the bonchabe. Oh, I have it, but it's here. It's not in Japan. I didn't bring it with me. Maybe we should. Maybe next time we should. That'd be kind of fun. Sour warheads. Ooh, that could be fun. Yeah, I think something sour might be like surprising. You can deep fry water. Wait, can you? That sounds dangerous. Water and oil, especially like boiling oil, does not mix. That sounds so dangerous. How would you do that? Oh my goodness. Pot rocks? Ooh, candy that they may not expect. Buldak sauce. I think that would make it too obvious. The buldak sauce would turn the takoyaki red. So it would be very obvious which one it would have. Deep fried water. I know there's like deep fried butter, but it's not what you think it is. Like, deep fried butter isn't as exciting as you think it is, because the only thing it does is you get a small pat of butter and then you put it into the batter and then you deep fry it, and then the heat causes the butter to melt. So what ends up happening is the batter, as it cooks into that like crispy breading, it just soaks up the butter. You know, like that's what it ends up being. So you're not actually like, it's not like deep frying the butter. It's more like you have a deep fried ball of dough that is now soaked in butter. Does that make sense? So like when you bite into it, you're not going to bite into like a solid pat of butter, you know? Yeah, it's just buttery batter at that point. Deep fried ice cream, deep fried Oreos, deep fried... I don't have deep fried bananas. Umeboshi? Oh, we could do umeboshi, yeah. I bet if you flash freeze the butter. Aren't flash freeze machines super expensive? Man, oh my gosh, this just reminds me. Yesterday, I was like, my brain was working enough, my fever had gone down enough that I was able to kind of go browse online for a little bit. And I was looking at, specifically, I was looking at deep fried pots. So in Japan, they have these pots that have like a little metal grate that you can like clip onto the outside of the pot. And then when the idea is you fill the pot with oil and then you like, it's for karaage. You like fry the karaage in there and then you pick it out and you place it on top of the grate. And then as you sit it on the grate, the excess oil drips down back into the pot. And then the pot itself has a little spout so that you can pour everything out. And I'm like, that's so smart. Every single pot should come with the spout, like built into it. Because like, even if you're not using it for like deep frying oil, you can take the grate off and use it as a regular pot, right? And make soup. And then if it has soup and it has a spout, like, do you know how easy it would be to pour things out of the pot into like your bowls or like containers or something, right? Like, oh man, it looks so cool. Also like microwaves. They have microwaves, because I was looking at them like, I want to like bake bread, I guess, because in Japan they do the most common type of bread that you find in Japan is shokupan, which is like milk bread. It's a very soft, sweet, kind of light, airy, puffy bread, which is like great for like fruit sandwiches with the like whipped cream and everything. But I kind of want like thicker bread, you know. I want something a bit denser with a bit more like carbiness to it. Yeah, it's like cloud bread, angel cake, kind of like that. It's like really light and fluffy, you know. So I'm like, should I get a bread maker? I was like, nah, like a bread maker sounds great, but a device that just does one thing, I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I was like looking into things. I'm like, wait a minute, could I get an oven? And then I noticed that the, like Japanese kitchens don't have space for an oven. So I was looking at microwaves, and some microwaves have an oven feature where they have like a little heating element inside it that can like bake in a small, tiny little microwave like unit. Yeah, ovens are very rare in Japan. So like there will be almost no baking if I move there. I got a bread maker from Goodwill. Best $7. Oh, I kind of want to. When you say dense, when you're talking about, I'm talking about like the density of like bagels, kind of, or like whole wheat bread, you know, like that's the kind of density I'm talking about. The ones where like you can kind of press your finger into it and it doesn't leave a dent. But like shokupan is like super soft, so if you like just touch it, it leaves a dent. Could utilize a rice cooker, but then the problem is I can't use the rice cooker to cook rice while I am cooking the bread. That's the one thing that I found out is such a difficult thing. Earlier this year, back in March, when I moved to Japan and Cover put me in their apartments, the microwave had the microwave had an oven feature, but like you had to wait because like you can use it as an oven or as a microwave, but you can't do both at the same time, right? That makes obvious sense, right? But I had to figure out like what was the right order, because I wanted to grill some fish, right? So I microwaved some rice and then I took it out, and then you have to wait for it to cool down, and then that's like, you know, 3-4 minutes. And then after it cools down, then you can switch it over to the oven setting, and then you can grill the fish in the oven, or I guess bake the fish, right? And then that thing also takes like another, 8 minutes? And then after you pull it out, you have to wait for it to cool down of like another, 5 minutes, 10 minutes for the oven feature to finally cool down before you can start using the microwave feature again, right? And for me, I like being able to cook multiple things at once, you know? So it's like, like as much as I would like it, I probably would go mad if I had to, like, if I got like, you know, an Instapot or something like that, right? Or rice cooker that's supposed to do everything, but then like after I cook all the rice, I have to take all the rice out and like put it in a Tupperware and like shove it into my refrigerator so that I can empty it out and clean it so that I can use it for as like a pressure cooker for like chicken or something. I don't know. Like, I can't live. I like the idea of a device that can do everything, but in practice, I can't. I have to do those. I have to do them in series. I can't do them in parallel. Does that make sense? That's the issue I have. So what if you got two? Oh man, if I got two, then the problem is I wouldn't have enough counter space. But yeah, like that's the big issue. I want to do things in parallel, you know, as opposed to in series. And like that's the big issue for me, sadly. True, plus sometimes they become to do everything but not well. Yeah. Like that's the big thing that I find out. It's like the more I cook for myself, the more I find out that like the devices that do everything but just once, or like one at a time. And it's nice and it's convenient, but when I really want like, you know, 2 or 3 dishes to happen at the same time and then end their cooking time simultaneously, it's not possible, you know. You like efficiency. I just want all my food to be ready at the same time so that whenever I eat it, it's all nice and toasty together, you know? 5-in-1 cooking pot that doubles as a wash bay. No. Why a toilet? Why is that there? I'm over here trying to figure out how to use one or the other by combining them with each other, like get the fish and the rice baking in the oven while I cook and make sides on the stove. No, that's too much work for me. Instapot plus air fryer plus microwave works great for tandem cooking. That's what I think I might do. Okay, no, like absolutely a crock pot or an Instapot. I need one or the other. I'm kind of leaning towards an Instapot, but I'm like afraid that I'm falling into the it can do everything kind of mindset. But like, do you know how nice it would be to have like a slow cooker that you can just kind of like dump all your ingredients in, and then you put on your day outfit and you go outside and you do your day, right? You like go around and enjoy your day outside. Then you come back home, it's ready to go. Because like the entire day you were out, like the 7-8 hours, it just took the whole time to just slowly cook, and it becomes like a really delicious stew, right? Like, ooh, those are really good. But at the same time, it's like, what if I don't have the patience, you know? Like, what if I'm staying in that day and I want to cook fast? Don't get a crock pot, get an Instapot. Instapot is amazing. It can do everything. Would recommend. Man, I just need to get in the habit of cleaning it out. I think that's the big thing, you know. Instapot's great because you can do that. You can pressure it up and get it done in 5 minutes. Tomato egg drop soup. I finally learned the technique for egg drop soup. You have to spin. It turns out that you need a big pot, a really big pot, much bigger than you would think, because what you have to do is you have to stir. You have to stir the thing. Sorry, I can't do that. I was gonna like spin my head around, but that's actually giving me a headache. You have to spin and stir the soup to make a vortex in order to get the long like ropes of the egg drop. Because if you don't stir fast enough, it just kind of plops in, and you end up basically poaching the egg as opposed to making the long strands, like the silky strands. You don't get the silkiness of it because it's not spinning fast enough. And in order to get longer, silkier strands, you have to spin and like stir the soup a lot faster than you would think, which is why a bigger pot helps, because that way it doesn't like overflow the edges. The last time I tried it, I used a small pot and I was too afraid to stir too quickly, because if you stir too quickly in a small pot, what ends up happening is the soup kind of overflows from the edges, right? Which is why like a bigger pot helps, because then you can stir faster, get a bigger vortex going, and then with the faster vortex, you get longer, silkier strands of egg drop from the egg drop soup. Get a witch's cauldron. Yeah, a witch's cauldron would be perfect. I saw a pot that was shaped like a witch's cauldron, and I was really tempted. I'm like, I want to put this on my wish list, but like at the same time, it's like, no, don't do it. It's gonna be a disaster to clean. Like, washing it out is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad, you know? It's not gonna fit on the stovetops either, you know? It looks so good, but I know for like daily usage, it's gonna be like nasty, you know? Like those cups that have the really like fancy designs on them, right? Really cute. Okay, like, oh my god, have you guys seen those cups that have a little frog on the inside? So like as you drink it and the level of your coffee or like your tea or whatever goes down, a little frog like appears inside your cup. Absolutely cute. Like, it's adorable. I love it so much, right? Do you know how much of a disaster those are to try to wash and clean? They are a nightmare to clean. Absolutely a huge nightmare. Super cute, very impractical. That's the thing. Wildcard, thank you. You should have a scrumptious piece of hard candy for the journey. Here you go. Holds out a dirty sucker. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the super. Like bendy straws. Oh my god. Bendy reusable straws, especially the ones that are made of metal. I understand what they're going for. I understand. But at the same time, it's not practical. It's just not. Oh my god. Like I thought to myself, like, do I really want to go out and buy those pipe cleaners that I used to play with as a kid just to be able to clean these reusable straws? I'm like, no. Kristen, thank you for the super. Recovery soup funds. Thank you. Thank you for the soup. I appreciate it. What if it's detachable? I haven't seen one that's detachable. Most of the ones I've seen are in one solid piece. I'd be interested. Let's sell this. Paper straws, metal straws, or bamboo ones. None of the above. I pick spaghetti straws. I have a little... Okay, confession. I have a little bit of a oral fixation. So like, I like to chew on things. Like when I was growing up in high school, like I would chew my pencils and my pens. So like spaghetti straws, where as you drink, the spaghetti kind of gets like wet, moist, damp, I don't know. It becomes wet spaghetti, right? But like you can kind of like chew on them because they're made of starches, you know? Yeah, noodle-based disposable plates and forks. That kind of stuff, exactly. So like, yeah, just like nom nom. Do you like those circus peanuts? I do. I really like those. I can't eat them anymore. I can eat like 2, maybe 3 at once because the chemical taste, it is so like repugnant against my senses, you know? But like the texture, oh god, like when you bite into it, it's like the, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Man. They have such a satisfying texture to bite. Exactly, they do. The Applejack straws, oh my god, those are so good. Those are so good. I haven't had them in ages, but I love them growing up. Same. I can't eat too many though, sadly. My tongue is not, like, I just can't with the flavors anymore, sadly. What's the texture like? The texture is like, it's like what you would expect foam to taste like. You know? Like, it's kind of like what you would think foam is. Almost like a marshmallow. Yeah, like a bit dense, like a denser marshmallow. Like if you freeze a marshmallow and then you bite into it, it's very similar to a circus peanut, like a frozen marshmallow. A lot more firm. Yeah. My favorite oral fixation fidget is basic. It's just chupa chups. I don't know. Like, I just, you know, like, I haven't bitten styrofoam before. Okay, get marshmallows and then freeze the marshmallows. And then after you freeze the marshmallows, bite into it. That's what they're more like. It's kind of like that. Like a dense, a little, like, they have a give. Like you bite into them and it's kind of like foamy and like, I don't know how to describe it, you know. You bit into styrofoam before? I did. I did because I grew up around the time when I was in like Rodin High School. They came out with cornstarch packing peanuts because they were like, these are more eco-friendly. and they're made of cornstarch and not plastic, so they're more helpful for the environment, right? And I was like, oh cool, that's really nice, I want to see what they're like, right? And then they were like, yeah, these are biodegradable too. And my dumb brain back then thought biodegradable meant edible, which, I mean, like, technically, right, you know? So I was like, I want to try. And I like grabbed one of those and I bit into it, and I'm like, wait, this is not a cornstarch packing peanut. This is just a regular styrofoam packing peanut. So I spent a couple of days looking for the biodegradable cornstarch packing peanuts until I found them. And then I found the right ones, and then I ate those, and they were really nice. They satisfied like that chewiness, the foaminess of biting down on it. Like I would just have a bag of them in my backpack that I would just snack on like periodically. The pica goes hard. It does. Packing peanuts are forbidden snack. No, they're digestible. They're edible. They're made of cornstarch. Okay, they're not bad. Pretty neutral tasting, kind of like a rice cracker. Exactly, right? They're like a rice cracker, like a rice puff. You know, they didn't have a flavor too. Yeah, they remind you of puffed Cheetos. Exactly, right? If I get, I have adult money. I'm sorry, your super chat money's gonna go to this, but I'm gonna spend some money buying cornstarch packing peanuts, and then I'm gonna go buy the Cheetos puff dust, and then I'll sprinkle the Cheeto puff dust onto the cornstarch packing peanuts, and then see if they wait, what if they do? I can do that with the Taki dust. Peanut funds, Crow Judgment, thank you for the super. Thank you. Google refunds. Oh my god. Oh, sorry about that. But no, I can get like the Taki dust. Shaka, thank you for the super. Cornstarch packing peanuts and Taki dust funds. Thank you. Aren't Takis made from tortillas? I believe they are. Both in fact, thank you for the super. Thank you. Well, just one can't hurt, right? Just one? Like a day? Right? Are you gonna stop at one? It's like that, you know, it's like the Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Shinri reminding us why he wouldn't survive a cosmic horror story. Or I do survive and I become a really good chef, and they'll be like, wow, how did you know all this like cosmic void stuff could be used for cooking? And I'm like, they're tasty. That's why. Thank you for the soup. Didn't think we'd be getting into making budget Cheeto puffs. This man eats rocks. What do we expect? I don't eat rocks. I just lick them. Okay, like they taste different. Okay, I don't have the dental to eat rocks. I'm not Abigail, sadly. My father doesn't own one of the 2 grocery stores in the entire town, you know? Not even chew on the rocks? No, I would just place them on my tongue and then just roll them around. Oh, Kashu, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the 22 months, Okwiri. But your intestinal flora wouldn't flourish. Spices can't help, starch won't. It is a sacrifice that I am willing to make. Sorry to all my gut bacteria. Actually, speaking about that, chat, this might be a little TMI. But 4 days of a fever wrecks your gut biome. Like, please make sure if you get sick with a really nasty fever that lasts a couple of days, like get yogurt, get some cheese, get some like cottage cheese, any kind of probiotics. If you eat like fermented foods, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, like make sure you get like good probiotics in your diet right afterwards, because Yakult too, natto, yeah, very good, yeah, because like after all, kefir, yeah, exactly, like the fever, because your body has a fever because the idea is the viruses and the bacteria that are causing the issues in your body cannot handle those high temperatures. However, your own body cells can. So your body kicks up the temperature as high as it can go to kill off the weaker bacteria, and then it slowly brings you back down. The problem is it also will wreck the good gut bacteria as well. So be sure to get some kind of like probiotics, some fermented foods in there to kind of help replenish your gut biome afterwards. I need a nap. Thank you for the super. Absolutely dumbfounded by the fact that you want to eat styrofoam. It's cornstarch packing peanuts, not the styrofoam. I made the mistake of styrofoam once. Thank you for the super. And Arkia, thank you. On my trip to Florida, I found a route that looks like a bread roll. If a picture, if you want to send it to you, brought it home too, actually. Ooh, put it under the hashtag JoySuiji. Thank you for the super. Thank you. Cells at work, yeah. Pros, it kills all the bacteria. Cons, it kills all the bacteria. Yeah, even the good ones. So that's what your body does. It like the fever itself is not caused by the bacteria. It is a defense mechanism that your body's immune system creates for itself to fight against it. Some proteins start to denature at 42 degrees Celsius, so a fever is dangerous for the bacteria and your own body if it's for too long. That's why I think, what was it? In Fahrenheit, it's about 105. 104 is like the threshold, but if it gets past 104, then it's really bad. So like that's when your own bodies will start to deteriorate, which is why you need some like medical assistance. But like up to 103 is like a standard fever. But it's really cool how your body's able to do that, you know? Cool, thank you for the super. It's fine if you eat the packing peanuts once an hour, right? Yeah, exactly. Just make sure you're eating the cornstarch based ones, not the styrofoam ones. Thank you for the super. But like, have you guys seen that one bee documentary? Akio, thank you for the super. Done, check it out. I will after the stream. Thank you, appreciate it. There was that one bee documentary where they showed you how bees will defend their nest against defend their hive against wasp attacks. And like these wasps are really strong and they're huge, and the bees can't penetrate the wasp's exoskeleton, right? So instead of fighting the wasp, what the bees do is they swarm the wasp. Yeah, the death cuddle. And then they all vibrate extremely fast. And then they cook the wasp, because the wasp can only survive a certain degree temperature. I forget what it was, but the bees can survive just a little higher. So what they do is they swarm the wasp and they vibrate and they raise the internal temperature of the wasp enough so that it cooks the wasp from the inside out. And that's crazy. And that's because the bees can survive just barely, like a single degree higher than a wasp can. And like that is just so cool, you know? They did that to queens too. They hatch more than one in the hive. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That's metal. It is. I think you can look at those, like bees cook a wasp on YouTube, and is it from the BBC? I forget what it's from. It's from a documentary series, but they show you the infrared like heat cam, the thermal camera, and it is crazy how hot the bees can get just by vibrating together. It's insane. Fun to see many nakama here with oral fixations, but I must go back to work. Tab, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good time at work. Please take care. Thank you for knowledge. Love this kind of trivia. Yeah, it's always fun stuff here. Hot bees, spicy bees. You could say the bees are just vibing. No, that wasn't a sneeze. Sorry, that was like a cough. I could feel the itch building up again, so I was trying to like suppress it. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, another thing. When I went to Japan, I picked the hotel that I stayed at because it was actually in the region that I wanted to move to. So in Tokyo, there are 23 wards, and like the wards are kind of like, they're not cities. Like Tokyo is the city, but like the wards are like the districts. I don't know how you would describe them. They're like the little chunks of the city, you know? Yeah, like I guess districts. Yeah, kind of like a borough in New York City, something like that. So kind of like that, right? So I picked a hotel in the district that I wanted to move to, and I can confidently say now that I've never want to move there again. I never want to go there because, oh my god, I looked at the prices of the apartments there, and I'm like, oh hey, that's so cool, right? Like this is great stuff. Like the prices are very affordable for the areas, right? And like there's a it looks like there is a good train line that takes you from that location to the middle of Tokyo. So like, let's see how this goes, right? It was a disaster. I spent so much time getting lost. It was crazy. Is it far from the studio? It's like an hour away from the studio. It was like an hour, but more realistically, it was like an hour and 40 minutes because I kept getting lost. The ward that I decided that I wanted to check out ended up having like a triple threat of 3 different trains. The local train, the express train, and then the limited express train. And they would not, they just, the entire time I was there, the whole week, right? They would not follow their schedule. They would always be early. I kid you not. They were like, here comes the limited express train. I'm like, all right, I can't get onto the limited express train because I'm looking for the standard express train, right? And then I get on there, and then like by the time I arrive, the express train had already left, right? And I would check Google Maps, and it's like, has departed 3 minutes early. And I'm like, what? Now I have to wait for the local one to come back, and then for the limited express to come and cycle through all 3 trains to get to the regular express train again, right? But like just connecting it over like back and forth. Oh my god, like it was a mess. It was a mess. So like, oh gosh, like I just could not. I know they departed early. They do. It's wild. I don't know why. You need to arrive a good 15 minutes ahead. I would arrive like on time according to the schedule, and then it would like zoom past. It would like, as you approach the station, you would see it going the other way already, like departing, and then be like, well, now I just missed the train, right? And then I would sit there and I had to wait for the other ones to cycle through. And then like, because some of them would be limited expresses and then others would be expresses, like they would try to skip certain areas, and like some places you would only loop in a circle counterclockwise, but it wouldn't go clockwise. If you wanted to go clockwise, you'd have to switch from a limited express to a local, and then from the local back to the limited express. And then like I could not. I'm just like, no, I understand now why the prices of those apartments are so cheap in that ward, but no, I cannot be tempted. And like I would rather pay a little bit more in rent to be in a place where I can understand the trains. Like honestly, some of the places are already a mess. Like Shibuya Station, Shinjuku Station, they're already pretty crazy. Shibuya specifically, because they're always doing renovations, you know? So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna live here. I can't live here. My wallet would love it, but my sanity would not. So it was a good learning experience. Because that was kind of part of it, of like, could I move here and also have fun? And like the big thing, I missed out on being able to have a dinner with the FSP boys because they wanted to, by the time the karaoke had finished, it was like close to 9:30 p.m. or so. And I was already getting lost on the trains to get back to the apartment, and it had already done the whole, how do you get home when the last train has already ended and the trains don't run anymore, and you have to get a taxi or like an Uber, and then like you pay, you know, $100 in like an Uber cost because it just takes so long, like you're an hour away, right? So like even that, my like mindset has now changed, because like I want to be able to hang out with people and like just, you know, go out, eat some dinner, you know, go to a club, maybe karaoke and do a you know, drink some, you know, beer and have fun without worrying about, am I going to miss the last train back home? You know, like that. I think that kind of the security of mind, like peace of mind, I guess that's the word. Peace of mind is a lot more valuable to me in the end. I was intrigued that you were all in the same room. My brain gets confused how you were all tracking yourselves. Yeah, they had set up a really big room for us. And we each had little stations that we could sit and had our own microphones. Also, the fun part, our microphones were set to monitor not just ourselves, but everybody. So when Haka started saying Haktua, everyone heard it because we were all monitoring each other as well. So that's why when Haka snuck in the Haktua, I think Roscoe instantly caught it, like even though he was like across the room, like he could hear it because we could all listen, you know, just like Haktua, like, oh my god, we could hear every single person's voice. It was crazy. But no, FSP staff were really like on top of it, and they were like, you know, they had all the equipment ready for us, they had all the stuff ready for us. We had a little bit of like technical issues here and there, but they were super accommodating for our tech issues and stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. The chaos. I hate that it works. Yeah, that's the thing. I hate that it worked so well. Man, I need to learn the lyrics to that song though. How do we go again? Wait. I forgot what the song was called. I gotta learn some of the lyrics in these songs. Oh, it's like Yoru no hajimari sa, bunny girl, you. Like, yeah, bunny girl, like that one. I wanna learn how to sing that. Na 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 na. Maybe when I'm completely over COVID, and I'm not suffering for this right now, because right now I think my voice, actually not my voice, my lungs, I don't think are gonna be, yeah, once the cough goes away, I want to do that. And I want to get like good with the other songs too. Like, I don't want to be, okay. I'm gonna say something, and I don't want you guys to freak out, okay? I don't want you to freak out. I kind of want to not sing Fansa so often anymore, because I want to try other songs too. Okay, I know you guys love me singing Fansa, and I have a lot of fun singing Fansa, but I feel like I sing it too much now. You know, I feel like that's like the one thing, you know, I sing Daddy Daddy Do and Fansa, and it's just those two, and it's like, Shinri, come on, you got to get more songs, right? And I'm like, I do need to expand my repertoire. Okay, so like I kind of want to sing it less often. You know, I want to sing more songs, and I want to challenge myself to do more things too, you know? Your Fansa is great, but now we have it on the shelf forever. Yeah, now that the like the cover version in my 3D debut is out there, I kind of want to like leave it, be like, all right, cool, like that's there, it's done, right? And I want to sing new songs too. Yeah, don't trap yourself. Exactly. I want to stretch out and do more and try different things. I don't know how to find songs. help me find more songs, chat. I uninstalled Spotify because of reasons. So I haven't been using Spotify, but I need to find like a way to be exposed to more songs, and I don't know how. So like, yeah, like how do I? Because the thing that I liked about Spotify was I could put in a song and be like, give me songs that are similar to this, right? So like I could take Bunny Girl and like shove it into the algorithm and be like, all right, give me songs that are similar to Bunny Girl, right? YouTube Music? Is it that good? I wonder if... I don't think we have a YouTube Music subscription. Don't you have to pay for the YouTube Music subscription too? It has a similar feature. YouTube Music does the same thing. Time to give suggestions. Okay, how about this? If you guys have managed to get to this point in the VOD, first of all, hi VOD viewers. Have a wink. Have another one. Yeah, hello VOD viewers. But for everyone here too, if you would like to leave like comments and recommendations in here too, Arkio, thank you. Marco Polo by Circus P would be great for you. Is that an English song? Is that a Japanese song? I'm sorry. I don't know I don't know who Circus P is. Thank you for the super though. But like as usual, like the more Japanese, that's a weird way to phrase it. Japanese, like domestic Japanese songs would be a lot easier for us to get perms for than like foreign songs. And by foreign, I mean foreign to Japan. So domestic Japanese songs would be a lot easier for me to get perms for. So like others would be a bit difficult. Circuit PC is a well-known Vocaloid producer. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really listen to that many Vocaloid songs. The last Vocaloid song that I've heard is that really sad one about the reincarnation between Len and Rin. How does it go? I forget how the song goes. Do 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 do. That one, that's the only one that I know. And is that why like I really like angsty, like tragic Servant of Evil? Yeah, that one. Is that why I like tragic stuff? Because I was exposed to like really like tragic like music videos a long time ago. Ow. Kenshi Yonezu. Yeah, he's known for Lemon, right? Anohi. Akio, thank you. There's a version sing by Mika Magica. I know Mika Magica. I can't go that high. Not right now, not with this nose, and not with this throat. I like his song Flower Wall. Anyway, here's Flower Wall. I think he did Shinigami. I know that was the one that Vesper covered, right? Natori? I'm not familiar with Natori. Would love to sing Sorry, I'm So Cute. Oh, I think I know that one. I want to try a song called Dry Flower. I'm not familiar with that one either. JP deep voice no fansa. I mean, okay, here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be deep voiced. I'm like, even if it's a high pitched voice, we can key it down a little bit and that'll be fine. Creepy nuts otonoke. I wish I could. I can't rap. Like, I can't. Learning Japanese is difficult already. Learning to rap in Japanese is very challenging. It's hard for me to get all the syllables correct. It takes me a long time to practice that. But I've seen the rap. I tried to do the bling bang bang born rap. Man, that one is so difficult. Could you, in theory, cover any of the Holo Pro songs that wouldn't have any copyright perms? I would have to directly ask any, like, if it's a song that a Holo Pro member created, for example, if I wanted to cover Bettel's original song, I would have to directly get permission, like explicit written permission from Bettel and his manager in order to get the approval to do a copy. And it's not always guaranteed. But like it's, you know, for multiple reasons. But yeah. Creepy Nuts is also like top tier JP rap. You're like asking people to go for 0 to 100. I know. Not guaranteed? Yeah, it's not guaranteed. But yeah. There's no way that Bettel would say no though. Probably not. I think no, because like we have a good like rapport. Is that what they call it? Rapport? But yeah, but we'll see. Daisy by Stereo Die Foundation. I feel so out of touch. I wanna sing like anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be only deep voiced songs. Like it can be cutesy songs too. Like I really like that one song from The Cat Returns. How's it go? Yeah, Kaze ni naru, that's the one. Yeah. Na 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 na. Could you, in theory, try singing Mimi Kuwa Nice Try? I've seen it. I worry a little bit that it might be difficult to get perms to, because we tried to get perms for like a trending Miku song. It was Magical Love Cure Shot, I think. Is that the one? We tried to get perms for that one, but the original creator of the song had sold the rights or licensed it out, I think, or something like that. Yeah, they gave it out to a different publisher, and that other publisher wanted a lot of money for a license to cover it, so we couldn't do that. So I think it may be difficult to do viral songs, just because we don't know what happens to it, you know, because if the person who creates a viral song decides to sell it off to a big name label, because they want to cash in on the virality of the song, that's for them. But like that could make it more difficult for us to get the license for it. So like the big popular viral songs might be a little bit difficult, and it might take some time, sadly. What are you safe with? I don't know, actually. I have a couple of songs I've already sent over to Manachan, asking if Manachan could do like a background check on these and be like, are these okay to sing? But I'm just still waiting. If language and perms were no obstacle, what would you pick? If language and perms weren't any obstacle, I still want to cover Tippy Toes by XG. Because when we shortly after we went through the audition process, the Staff-san were all like, okay, could you give us like a sample of like your singing range so that we can like prepare for like your debut song or whatever. So Tippy Toes by XG was one of the songs that I picked for that, for the singing sample thing. And I wanted to get perms for it, but they're like, we can't, it's gonna be incredibly difficult to get perms from a foreign foreign label. So I need to hear you sing that now. I couldn't. I wish I could, but I would get bonked. The VOD would vanish, and then I would get like bonked multiple times. Do you think you could ever do that for an unarchived karaoke? Probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to go double check, sadly. But wait, I don't know. There's also like what is it? Villains by Stella Jang. That one was like in my mind. Like that one was an earworm for me for a long time. Like, ooh, Villains was such a good one by Stella Jang. If you guys haven't heard of that one, you guys should check it out. It's like, how would you describe it? It's not jazzy, but it's kind of like laid back. It's got like a swagger to it. But yeah, like those two songs probably. Got a favorite old song? I know it as Snowflower. Is that what's called? Snowflower. But I only know it because I watched a Korean drama called I'm Sorry, I Love You, I believe. Snowflower, that's the one. That's my favorite old song. Cheeto, thank you for the 15 months. Gonna date myself with these suggestions. Fires Vibrate, Bradio, Kyoran, Hey Kids, Oral Cigarettes, and Lost in Paradise by Ali. I can confidently say that I'm not familiar with any of the three songs just off the names. If I hear them, maybe, but I'm not familiar with those songs. But okay, thanks for reaping the membership. Yuki no Hana, yeah, that's the one. Oh, it's so good. I wish I could sing it. I tried to sing it during my very first karaoke, but like it goes so high. It goes like so high. But like that's the one of the songs I would sing. But yeah, go old school for the older weebs. Don't say lazy. Okay. I'll sing the opening to Cowboy Bebop, and that's what I'll do. It's like 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Boom, and that's it. No more lyrics. That's it. It's just that. The rest of it's instrumental. No, there's no lyrics. It has less words than the song Tequila. Real folk blues. Oh man, how's it go? The real. Okay. Message received. No singing, no humming, not right now. Maybe later. god. Okay. Maybe another time. Oh, maybe another time. But like, can you hear that when I cough? Like that wheezing? That wheezingness, that like pierces through the coughing, like that is what worries me. Because it's not like a regular cough where there's like something stuck in my lungs that I can like clear out. It's like a dry, the wheezing like implies that it's a dry kind of, like, I don't know what it is, but yeah, but, oh, it's terrible, Chad. I hope you guys don't have to suffer this. It's not pleasant. It is not. Not the vaccine flu with shot at the same time. Oh no. I should count myself lucky for this right now. I've heard on the news that there's like some other crazy shenanigans going on. I am not a virologist, I'm not an epidemiologist, and I'm not like a medical expert in any sense. So, like, you know, don't take medical advice from streamers, but like, please do make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves, because wintertime is a very, it's when like colds and flus go around a lot. So just please be sure to take care and like watch after yourselves. Oh, that good, thank you. FYI Pacific Drive won award for best music. I saw. I'm so happy for them. I also saw that they were making a TV show. Wait, was it a TV show or a movie that they were adapting from Pacific Drive? I saw that and I got so hyped. And I'm like, if they do it right, if they do the show right, oh, it would be so good. Oh my, yeah, the live action Pacific Drive. Okay. The day it comes out, we have to do a watch long of it. We absolutely have to do a watch long of the Pacific Drive show. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so amazing. Ooh. Oh man. Oh, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful night. The term jury nullification is going viral right now for reasons. Okay. I'll just say this. Law doesn't work like that. It's not like a magic spell. You can't just walk into a court, you know, wave your hand, draw a sign like Doctor Strange does, and then shout jury nullification, and then be like it doesn't work that way. Okay, the only thing that it's gonna do is get you in trouble, and then have you be escorted, and then you're going to be the defendant in another hearing on your own, right? Like, that's not how it works. Please don't listen to like social media influencers about what that actually does. How do I know this is a story I'll tell you another time, but it's not a magic rune. It's not a magical like phrase that you can just cast an incantation of. That's not how it works. Okay, so please don't fall for like influencer shenanigans so easily. Okay. Yeah, I cast objection. You know, you can't do that. You can't walk in and be like, I cast jury. No, that's not how it works. Please don't do that. Everyone's just gonna look at you funny and be like, this guy just watched the TikTok and thinks he knows it. You're gonna come across like the people who walk into a court and declare, I am a sovereign citizen. And if you guys know how crazy those individuals appear as, that's what you'll be looked at like. Okay, please don't do that. Please don't listen to influencers about that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's like screaming, in the office, Michael walks out, I declare bankruptcy. And then everyone just kind of looks like that. You can't just say bankruptcy. I didn't say it. I declared it. Like, no, that's not how it works. You know, that's not how it works. It doesn't work that way. You know, I cast sovereign citizenship. Oh my god, my chest. Oh my god. No, just oh my god. No. Ooh. Oh, I'm good. But no, yeah, you can't just walk in on there and then like wave a wand and just do that kind of stuff, okay? I'll explain how I know these things at another time. Maybe when I'm not dying from this like horrible illness. But yeah. On that note, chat, I think we'll go and call it here. Let me go send you over to Haka because he's doing a hand cam of cake decorating, Christmas cake. Oh, I'm glad I was able to stream, even if it was for just a little bit. You have 2 PhDs? No, I don't have 2 PhDs. It's not 2, and they're not PhDs technically. I mean, they're postgraduates, but they don't. It has the word doctor in it, but anyone who goes around calling themselves doctor of that field comes across like a prude, you know? Juju, thank you for the super, thank you for the doctor fund, thank you. Appreciate it. I thought it was 3. No, I have 2 postgrad. Yeah, 2 post and then 1 bachelor's? A bachelor's and a master's and then something else, okay? And then, yeah, that's how it goes. I am the doctor of rocks. Yeah, I am the doctor of eating rocks. Crunch. I can afford. No, I can't afford. I can't afford dental for the rocks. No, not yet. I'll just lick the rocks instead. All right, here we go. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. I can't see. The buttons are next to each other. Oh my god. Wait, Haka ended? Haka ended already? No. Okay, we'll send you over to Father Sirios. A legit no, I'm not a doctor. No. Here's the thing. The degree that I have, I've seen people going around trying to be all like, actually, because the degree has the word doctor in it, you need to call me a doctor. And like, no, you are a pretentious butthole if you go around telling people to call you a doctor. Like, just no. If you oh my god, the people with that degree, like, it takes a certain type of person to actually get that degree, but like those types of people are the type to go around being all like, it's actually doctor. Like, no, it's actually not. No one ever calls you a doctor. Stop saying that. I want to smack him with like a book or something. You know. Okay, let me go ahead and send you over on a raid to Father Sirios. That thumbnail looks a lot more serene, but I know it's significantly more chaotic right now. Lay, thank you so much for the super. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Hope you're feeling better. Also been sick recently. I've been coughing my head up. Hope you didn't go through this. I hope you feel better soon and get well soon too. All right, chat. Thank you all for stopping by. I will see you all soon. Koyasumi and good night. Shadow, thank you for the super.